Good morning, Titans.
Today is Friday, November 8th. I'm Jamie Hughes.
And I'm Brooke Herrick.
So, Brooke, are you excited for Veterans Day this weekend?
Yes, I'm very grateful for all the men and women who have fought to protect our country.
You took the words right out of my mouth, and it'll be nice to have a day off from school.
We've got a lot of news for you this week, so let's get started. In today's society, we live in an era of the smartphone. Some teachers on campus find these phones distracting, while others might find them useful for their curriculum. Reporter Lexi Hope filed this story.
Twitter, Instagram, and Facebook are based on a small device that seems to have an app for everything.
Smartphones are not only a privilege, but they're becoming a necessity at school.
While some teachers are still confiscating phones, other teachers are making them useful learning resources. Mrs. Rodriguez finds smartphones useful in her classroom.
Using smartphones in the class can be very useful. There's a lot of applications that you can use to enhance learning. For example, Twitter can be used in the classroom. If you're, for example, in a science class, you can follow a scientist and find out what they're doing. I haven't used Twitter yet, but it's always in the back of my mind. There's things like polls that you can do as well using your cell phones. With Poll Everywhere, the students take out their cell phone and complete a poll. You can get a quick idea on where the class is. And things Edmodo I do use. It does have an application for the smartphone as well, so they can check things that they're missing, their notebooks, or they can download work that they're missing as well.
Along with Mrs. Rodriguez, Mrs. Myers also uses smartphones in her classroom.
For my AP Psych class, we use a couple different apps on a weekly, if not daily basis. The first one is Quizlet, which is a vocab website where they are able to, on their phones, quiz themselves, review vocab, and play games, and we use that for just memorizing vocab. They are also able to use their phones to watch their lectures on YouTube, because all of the lectures are posted to the YouTube account, and they can either do that for homework or for review. And then we've used apps like 3D Brain when we did our brain unit to review and get extra information. And then we just use them daily to look at different websites to find questions.
The smartphone comes in handy a lot, especially in math class, when I need to find certain formulas. Sometimes you forget all those multiple formulas, so I just use my phone to, type in like what's the law of cosines, or, what's the area for, a triangle or whatnot.
Not having a smartphone is not really, it doesn't make me feel left out because I just like not having one. I'm not distracted by social media during school. It's just as distracting to me to have a basic phone because I can still text and call. So I'm not really one of the people that is obsessed with social media to where I need to have it around me 24/7.
Although smartphones can be useful in the classroom, sometimes smartphones can be very distracting.
What's not useful about the smartphones in the classroom, yes, it can be annoying to have the smartphones out all the time when they're not supposed to be out, and people try to hide them, and then it just becomes one more thing to manage in the classroom.
It could be distracting sometimes, when I'm in class and I'm a little bored, when I could be working on work, I'll be playing games or using social media, so it has its benefits. And
You need to choose when it's appropriate to use it and when it's appropriate not to use that, and start training yourself in high school so that when you get to college, you are able to make those decisions without someone monitoring you at all times.
Well, Titans, make sure you choose the appropriate time to use your smartphones in class. I'm Lexi Hope, signing off for your Channel 5 Titan TV News.
Junior Ya Mensa Bonsu is very close to her Ashanti culture at home. Reporters Isaiah Weatherford and Sean Harry have the story.
This may not seem like a normal activity to most, but it is to Junior Ya Mensa Bonsu. As she pounds her drum and sings her song with her sisters, it helps her remember her ancestry and her culture. Her culture is very different and unique, and although it may not help her fit in here at school, it makes her stand out. Mensa Bonsu is a very active student here on campus. She is enrolled in several AP classes and is also very successful in speech and debate. However, there is something a little different about her. She is part of a culture not well known here on campus and among her peers. Mensa Bonsu's family is from Ghana, Africa. Her mother and father were both born there. They came to America looking for education and work.
Came for better education. Education has always been our goal. Keep working at it. Differently, I came in 1992. My husband came in 1995.
Here in Antelope, Mensa Bonsu's family has not changed much. They have still kept their Ashanti culture close. They cook the dishes, speak the language of tree, and celebrate their rituals.
I think a unique thing about our culture is the dancing, because like Latinos who have like dancing in their blood, we as Africans also have dancing in our blood. So we'll just spontaneously start dancing.
When a woman is coming of age, what we do is we mash up plantain and we put in like an egg next to a plantain, and so it's in a bowl, and then the person who is coming of age puts their hand over it and they get prayed for and everything, and that is basically a rite of ritual. Is you put your hand over this food and then you eat it afterwards.
Outside of home, Mensa Bonsu's culture is not so easily accepted. Students who are closely connected to their culture usually have a hard time fitting in amongst their peers. However, Mensa Bonsu has adapted well and made many friends.
I don't really have a lot of friends who are Ghanaian, it's just my family and a couple of family friends. So I mostly adapt, move through my culture with my sisters and my family.
I met Ya in the 4th grade. She came in the middle of the school year. And I thought she was really different from everybody else, which she is. Not in a bad way, it's just Ya is not like anyone I've ever met.
Fitting in isn't the only thing that's important, though. Mensa Bonsu's academics are very important to her family. She is enrolled in Honors Physics, AP US History, AP Language, and AP Calculus to help ensure a better future for herself.
One thing for sure that you can really depend on is your education. Anything else is a gamble.
Y'all may not be the most normal student, but that's not always what matters. She keeps her culture close and always remembers where she comes from. Signing off for your Channel 5 10 TV News, I'm Isaiah Weatherford.
Tonight is the senior night for the varsity football team. We've put together this commercial for student government on why you should be in the red zone tonight.
The school play Bang Bang You're Dead opens Thursday. The show will run Thursday and Saturday at 7 p.m. and 5:30 p.m. on Friday. Tickets are $5 at the door. This is a serious play to raise awareness about school shootings. Stay tuned next week for a preview of Bang Bang You're Dead.
The ACT planned practice date is quickly approaching. The cost is $20 and the test day is in December 7th. If you'd like to sign up, you can pay at Student Services or pay with your credit card online at the web store. Sign up soon as possible because space is limited.
The KCRA Kids Can Food Drive continues until November 21st. The third period class that brings in the most cans will win a pizza party. All cans and food items will be donated to families in need.
Now we're to Lexi Hope with this week's Sports Corner.
This is Sports Corner.
I'm Lexi Hope with this week's Sports Corner. The football team traveled to Rio Americano on Saturday, defeating the Raiders 31-7. Senior Tyler McCombs passed a total of 111 yards. Senior Titus Vincent led the team with 126 rushing yards. Tonight, the football team hosts the Whitney Wildcats. What's at stake? A Capital Athletic League title and a playoff seeding in the upcoming Sackwack-Keene section playoffs. Reporters Batch DeSange and Chris Howell caught up with Coach Matt Ray and some of the varsity players.
Winning on Friday will allow us to have a home playoff game, and obviously playing at home is always a better situation for any team in any sport. Just being able to play in front of your fans, in front of your community, you get the energy from the crowd. That's always an advantage, and that's kind of the way the playoffs works. They usually, in all divisions, teams that win or that are league champions are the ones that get to be to host the first round playoff game.
If we get the win today, we'll be 5-0 in the league, and it'll make us have a better season in playoffs. We'll most likely get a home game, and it's better to play in front of the home fans than away games. And yeah,
this game against Whitney on Friday is a huge game for many reasons. First of all, it's for a league title, our third one in 4 years. It's also for if we win it, we have a home game next week, next Friday. Actually, probably throughout the playoffs, probably be 5, 6 seed. And it's just this league's last year, and it's Whitney, so it's just a big game. And then this week for practice, we've been preparing. Everyone's been excited. We've been amped up at practice. It's just been a great week of practice.
This week we play against Whitney. It's a really important game, league championship. We're both 4-0 in league. It comes down to this game every year. It's us versus them. We've been practicing really hard, extremely hard working, flying around in practice, making sure that we can win on Friday.
The girls' varsity volleyball team hosted Bethel last night in their first playoff game, defeating the Jaguars 3-1. Next week, the volleyball team will travel to Modesto to play the number 2 seeded team, Grigori. On Tuesday, the volleyball team hosted Rio Americano and lost to the Raiders 3-0. Reporter Aaliyah Brownsville was there.
On Tuesday, the girls' volleyball team took on the Rio Americano Raiders. Michaela Winston led the team in digs and, according to Max Preps, was Player of the Week. In set 1, the Raiders took an early lead, scoring 25-10. Valerie Rogers led the team with 29 attacks and a 31% kill average. In set 2, the Titans again fell short with a score of 25-15. Our Lady Titans fought hard, but closed set 3 with a score of 26-24, ending the game with an unfortunate loss of 3-0. I'm Aaliyah Brownsville, signing off for your Titan TV News.
The boys soccer team traveled to Napa on Tuesday for the first playoff game to face Vintage High, the top-seeded playoff team, and lost to the Crushers 2-1. Matt Tarr scored the Titans' only goal. Congratulations to the Lady Titan tennis players. Senior Emily Ward and senior Megan Solborowski won the Cal League Girls Tennis Super Doubles competition at Gold River Racquet Club. Yesterday, the 2 seniors played for the CIF sectionals and won 6-1 and 6-4. The girls will be playing in semifinals today against Bella Vista at Johnson Ranch. Good luck, Lady Titans. In other news, the cross-country team has a subsections meet at Calaveras County Fair on Saturday. That's it for this week's Sports Corner. Don't forget, it's senior night tonight, so come out to support your Titan football players. Now back to Brooke and Jamie.
Thanks, Lexi.
That's all we have for you today, Titans.
Have a great 3-day weekend. Bye.